A very good day to Indian Exam. My name is Varsha Naidu. My number metric is 01DET22F1030. So today we'll be presenting about problem-based tasks, and the task given to us is we have to propose one open source backup and recovery tool. We have to also justify the solution we'll give, and we have to demonstrate how the tools can help the company in backup and recovery process. The open source backup and recovery tool that we have chosen is Duplicati. Duplicati was designed for online backups from scratch. It's not only data efficient but also handles network issues nicely. Interrupted backups can be resumed, and Duplicati tests the contents of backup regularly. That way, broken backups and corrupt storage system can be detected before it's too late. Okay, so Duplicati is an open source backup and recovery tool that can effectively address the manufacturing corporation's concern and meet their specific needs. The first solution is to deploy an easy to manage backup environment through Duplicati. Duplicati offers an user-friendly and intuitive web-based interface, making it easy for administrators to configure and manage backup jobs. The interface allows for centralized control, enabling the management of backup schedules and settings across the entire organization from a single location. This simplifies the backup process, reduces the risk of misconfiguration, and ensure a reliable and easy to manage backup environment. The next need of the company is to reduce the amount of time the email and database application need to be shut down, which means they want to save time. So Duplicati supports application-aware backups, which means it can integrate the email and database application and perform backups without the need for application shutdown. If you don't need for application shutdown, means it can save us some time. Using volume shadow copy services (VSS) on Windows or other platform-specific methods, Duplicati can create constant and point-in-time backups of critical applications like email servers and databases. This ensures minimal disruption to business operations and reduces the amount of time this application need to be shut down during the backup process, and this can also lead us to save some time. The third requirement needed by the company is they want to reduce the number of tape required to fully recover a server in case of complete failure. So Duplicati implements advanced deduplication and compression techniques to optimize storage usage. Deduplication ensures that only unique data blocks are stored, even across different backups, reducing the overall storage footprint. Additionally, data compression further minimizes the space required for backup storage by efficiently managing data storage. Duplicati reduces the number of tapes of backup media required to store the backup data, resulting in cost saving and simplified recovery processes. So this leads that Duplicati can reduce the number of tape required to fully recover a server in case of complete failure. Next, backup and recovery process with Duplicati. Number 1, full backups on Sunday. Duplicati can be configured to perform full backups on Sundays to capture the entire data set of the servers. Second, incremental backups from Monday to Saturday. Throughout the week, Duplicati runs incremental backups that only back up the changes made since the last backup. This can ensure that only new or modified data is stored, reducing backup time and storage requirements. Next, my friend Sarvina will continue.
Thank you, Varsha. I'm Sharvina, daughter of Ganesan, and my matrix number is 01DDT22F1104. So now I'm going to continue the process of backup and recovery with Duplicati. First of all, application-aware backups. Duplicati use application-aware backup methods such as VSS to create consistent backups of email and database applications without impacting their availability. This guarantees uninterrupted service for end users during the backup process. Next, deduplication and compression. Duplicati's deduplication and compression mechanisms reduce the amount of data that needs to be stored on backup media. This effectively minimizes the number of tapes required for a full server recovery in case of failure. So here we are going to see the steps of how Duplicati can help the company in backup and recovery process. Step 1. Install and open Duplicati. First of all, we should search Duplicati 2.0 on Google. After search, we should select the correct website that required the download process. After select the website, we should click Windows 2.0.7.1 to install Duplicati. After we install and open Duplicati, there is a text pop out on the window. The text is about the custom setup the way you want features to be installed. So we should click next to continue the further setup of Duplicati. After click next, we should click install to ready the installation of Duplicati. After the installation process, we should click next to continue setup. After click next, there is another message will pop up. The message is about the end user license agreement. So we should read the following license agreement carefully. After read the license agreement, we should accept the terms and click next. Here we are going to finish the setup of Duplicati. To end the setting up the Duplicati, we should click on the launch duplicate now and click finish. Step 2. Set password for the account of Duplicati. First of all, we should open Duplicati. After open, we can see a message which is first run setup. So we should click yes in the dialog box below to continue first run setup. After click yes to the first run setup, it will bring you here. So we can set the password and host name in the settings of user interface. Step 3. Change the user interface setting in the settings of pausing after startup or hibernation. So after the password and host name setup process, we are about to set up the general settings of Duplicati according to our preference. After set up the general settings of Duplicati, the displayed color theme of Duplicati is changed to that theme and it will change according to our preference. Next, we should insert the password set before to sign in into the Duplicati. Here we are in step 4, which is creating a backup with Duplicati. After we sign into the Duplicati, we can see a word which is add backup with a symbol of plus here. So we should click add backup. After click it, we can see some messages here. So to add a new backup, we should click configure. Here we can see some steps to finish to add a new backup. First of all, general. Insert the general backup settings required such as name, description, encryption, passphrase, and repeat the passphrase. After insert the general backup settings, we should click next. After click next, we are on this step 2, which is destination. In this step 2, we should click the correct storage type and folder path. After inserting the folder path, in the same step, we should click test connection. After the process of test connection, the message below shows that the test connection works efficiently and then click OK.
Hi, my name is Barchana Anaprampanjil Kumar and my metric card number is 01DDT22F1143. I'm going to continue with step 5, which is choosing files for a backup with Duplicati. So first, the source data is used to choose the file for a backup. So we need to choose a file for a backup. After we choose a file for a backup, we need to upload the file that we choose in Duplicati for a backup. After we choose the file for a backup and we upload the file that we choose for a backup, we need to click OK to continue. And then we need to tick the box for the selected folder that needed to backup. The next is step 6, which is scheduling backup with Duplicati. Here we can customize the date, time and times according to your preference for the backup. After we customize the date, time and stuff, you can set up the backup type in Duplicati. Here, you can set up the remote volume size according to your preference. The size can be anything. After we set up the remote volume size, we can set up the backup retention that is suitable, and once the backup retention is selected by the user, we can click save. So the thing will be saved in Duplicati. Step 8, which is running a backup. If you want to run a backup, you have to click the downward symbol which is beside the PC backup. After that, click run under the PC backup. After we click the run button, the progress of the backup will be displayed on your screen. As you can see in my slide, it will be displayed below at the progress bar. After that, the backup for the company is successfully done. Moving on to the last step, which is step 9, recovery of data. Here, we have to click restore at the home bar and choose the file that needs to be restored. After clicking restore, the file that we choose will be automatically restored at the home bar. Then we have to choose the place to restore the file of data and ways to handle the existing files. Here we have to click restore, and finally the file is restored. So this is the last part of this process. Conclusion: Duplicati is an ideal open source backup and recovery tool for the manufacturing corporation needs. It is also easy to manage interface, support for application-aware backups, and efficient storage usage through deduplication and compression ensure that the company can maintain a reliable, cost-effective, and non-disruptive backup environment. So, by implementing Duplicati, the company can address its concerns about centralized management, reduce application downtime, and optimize usage while ensuring data integrity and faster recovery in case of any mishaps. So, that's all from me. I hope you all understand.